I need $1 bad.
We are live with the Week 2 review podcast. Week 2 of the NFL season, where the Line Chasers learned a little bit about sticking to it and took a couple bumps and bruises, but bouncing back is what it's all about. There's only one Line Chaser in the green so far through 2 weeks. That's my esteemed colleague, Hunter Anderson. Hunter, I'm going to throw it over to you to start a recap. But first, I just want to say, Joe Burrow, I'll see you in Valhalla, brother. Rest easy. We have to watch.
Not a great start from our podcast by any means. I'm lucky to be even scraping the green, to be honest. We had a couple big dog wins last week, main one being the Falcons road, which we will touch on. But stick with me. We should be up a little more. Mark Andrews, we got that at plus 225. He dropped one in the end zone that he makes 9 times out of 10. But yeah, and I don't have any doubt in my other fellow colleagues, as Brant said. We will bounce back. We will start getting some money here in the green. And minus 31 units as a collective group is not.
I wasn't going to say it.
Where we would be at. Well, just being honest, we'll get there.
We have an anchor that always brings us down. So.
We do usually have an anchor, but yeah, we'll be back.
There's 2 anchors. Two new ones this time.
2 new anchors.
So,
to touch on.
You guys, I wasn't on the pod last week. You guys all had plays in the Thursday night game? You guys all took Washington?
Yeah.
Yes. Bad luck. We thought the Packers were, I don't know, just especially coming off week 1 and what they did to the Lions, we thought that the public would be all over the Packers and we were the sharp guys being on the Commanders, which we found out that this Packers defense is, tough loss.
Okay, I'll go to my big loss of the week. Saquon Barkley was my big play, under 88.5 yards. And the game went exactly as I thought it was going to, where Kansas City held the ball for the whole game, time of possession, where the Eagles didn't get to run many plays on offense. When they did score, they scored quickly. They scored through the air. And before the final 2 possessions, Saquon had 12 carries. And then Travis Kelce not only drops an interception, but flips it to the defender. So instead of a 3-point game, it's now a 10-point game. And Saquon in the last 2 possessions gets 10 carries instead of his 12 that he had going into that. So if they just throw the ball one more time, it would have been good. And I'm looking at my phone when he gets that last rush. I swore that was 8 yards, not 9. And the spot was bad. And I'm screaming at my TV, and I'm looking, waiting for a stat refresh to fix it. Half a yard. And then one more thing. I know that a lot of our faithful listeners tail all my bets. And I take that seriously. And I gave out a 4-leg parlay last week. And I did something dishonest on Sunday morning, where I'm looking at my phone, getting ready to put the bet in, and I'm thinking, this is not going to hit. And so I took the Chiefs out and placed the bet at 6.5 to 1 or something, and that hit without the Chiefs. I hit a 3-legger instead of the 4. So if you DM Lion Chasers Instagram with a screenshot of your bet slip and you tailed my parlay, I will Venmo you for the bet. I'll pay you back.
That's a man of his word right there. That's a man of integrity. I have one little piggyback off of that game specifically, just because I was pretty bullish on the Eagles' money line. I only put it for one unit play on this pod, but I put all the money that I had left in my account on Eagles when that game kicked off. I was pretty bullish on the Eagles being a lot better than the Chiefs. I think the Chiefs might be a little bit of a dumpster fire this year, at least until Rashee Rice gets back. That wide receiver room is trash. Kelce is having problems catching the ball, and their offensive line really is not doing too well. But on the other side of the ball with the Eagles offense, Jalen Hurts, as a fantasy owner, pissing me the fuck off. He cannot complete a pass at more than 5 yards down the field. It's actually infuriating to watch. We're just wasting A.J. Brown and Devontae Smith. But I feel pretty good about the Eagles. I think they'll figure it out.
More tush-push controversy, too, with the false starts by the guards.
I'm ready for that. It's gone. It's gone. It needs
Banning
to
the
be gone.
play doesn't even need to be the solution. They just have to call it when they do illegal shit. That's already against the rules to do that.
Yeah, well, on the other side, Juwan Taylor fucking false starts on every pass pro set for the Chiefs. So it is what it is. But that's all I had on that game.
I'll jump into my big winner, and as a homer, New England Patriots plus 1.5 versus the Miami Dolphins here, coming out with a 33-27 win in Miami. Shockingly, Tua played pretty well. Threw 26 for 32 for 315, 2 touchdowns, did throw a lone interception. And Drake May also played well, 19 of 23, 230, 2 touchdowns in the air, 1 touchdown on the ground. Big takeaway here is Patriots secondary is still cooked. The longer Gonzo sits out with this hamstring injury, I fear the worse and worse it's going to get. To be fair, I guess we get it on both sides of the ball. Miami getting a punt return for a touchdown, and then we backtrack it immediately with the kickoff return for a touchdown by Antonio Gibson.
That was incredible.
But if you watch this game, I don't think it was as close as it should have been. I felt like we were controlling the tempo very well. Andre Stevenson had a really great bounce-back game. I can't say that I am going to expect that week to week. I still think Trayvon's going to have to get more carries. I think he got 26% of the snap share. It's still a 3-system running back through Vrabel. But receiving-wise, weapons are still poor. Ramondre Stevenson was our leading receiver with 5 receptions for 88 yards, 1 coming off a 5-yard bomb. But Will Campbell looked great. Our O-line did pretty well. We gave up 3 sacks, but Drake May, obviously with his feet, avoided one of those from our old Matthew Judon and turned it into a rushing touchdown. But yeah, a lot of positive takeaways, still a lot of negatives, but hopefully something we can build on. Like I said, I'm not scared about this Pats team. It's seeming to be a Bengals situation from last year where our defense is going to give up a lot of yards, and we are going to have to retaliate on offense if we're going to.
Christian Gonzalez is just never going to play?
No, I mean, the quote I saw from Schefter was Christian Gonzalez participating in practice and, in quotes, doing little stuff today.
That injury was a long time ago.
I know, it's a hamstring. It just keeps re-aggravating. So, we'll see.
All right, Luke.
Luke,
let me tee up a little segment for you. I'm looking at our spreadsheet. Shout out to Nick Trentman for making this complicated ass spreadsheet for us. You said earlier we're down 30. We're down 31 units as a podcast. 27 of those units are on player props. So as a man who went 0-3 in player props this week, tell me where it's going wrong.
What's going wrong is the Jaguars don't know how to get the ball to Travis Hunter. That's what's fucking going wrong. No, the player props, Finster last year was talking all about how we should be only hitting player props. Like, you make way more money off of that compared to spreads. Try to do that this year. We are bad right now. Bad.
I gotta say, I disagree with that strategy wholeheartedly.
I'm out. The only thing that's winning for us, which is where I'm going to tee this up for me, and then I'm going to toss it to you at the end. The only thing that's working for me that's keeping me afloat this year, I think I'm even on bets, but down 1.7 from eating juice on these 3-unit teasers that I'm hitting. 2-0 on these to start the year. This week it was Rams and Bills, just them straight up to win. Not much to say on those 2 games. Pretty lopsided. Cam Ward continues to impress, though. This is the one thing I want to touch on out of both those games combined. The throw he had where we're sitting watching him at the 50-yard line, roll out right, and everyone knows you never throw back across the field.
Oh, yeah.
And I watched him play a lot at Miami last year. He would do dumb shit, which is why I wasn't in on him as an NFL QB. He did the dumb shit, and it was insane. That pass he hit for the touchdown to, I still don't know how to say his name, Io Manor, whatever it is. I apologize if I did not say it correctly. But that was incredible.
Yeah, if you're listening, Io Manor, we're sorry.
Very sorry. But the Titans, I actually have been a little more Maybe not the Titans overall, but Cam Ward. But like Ray
In
said,
a couple weeks, the Titans. You got to give them a little bit.
yeah, maybe this week, but little teaser there. Like Grant said, the player props have been a problem. Bengals, Jags. I think I had a decent amount of player props in that. I know Finster had a lot. Obviously, biggest storyline from that is Burrow. I'm going to let Joel touch on that a little bit because I think that's the game he wants to go over. But I want to specifically talk about the Jacksonville Jaguars part of this for a sec, and I'll let Joel hit the Bengals. Brian Thomas Jr. is shell-shocked. I don't know what the fuck is wrong with him. I noticed it during the game, but people have been all over Twitter. Jordan Battle's interception is literally because he just stopped going for the ball. The Bengals had no business being in this game even before Burrow got hurt, we were getting fucking rocked. They were just getting dumb turnovers off. Sometimes it's Trevor, but Brian Thomas he wanted nothing to do with the ball over the middle of the field. It was actually crazy to watch. And then for some reason, Liam Coleman, I'm assuming he had some say on what the draft pick was. They traded up. Let's not forget. They traded their first-round pick next year to move up from 5 to 2 to draft Travis Hunter. They will not throw the ball deep to him. Not only that, they won't bring him in 2 wide receiver sets. He only plays out of the slot. They will not bring him in to run any routes more than 10 yards down the field.
When he came in on
screens.
defense, too, they threw right at him when he came on defense.
I thought he did pretty well. The DPI he got on T, I did not think was PI, but I don't know.
Jamar's touchdown was against him.
Okay, yeah.
No, was it?
I don't think it was.
I don't believe it was.
It was.
Yeah, I promise. We can watch the replay. I don't think it was. But anyway, go ahead.
Defensive, whatever. I think he right now probably is better as just a straight up corner, but you don't trade up and take him at 2 to be a corner. You trade up for him for what he can do with the ball in his hands, and they try to do it at the line of scrimmage. He can run deep routes. I don't know why they don't throw it to him more. I don't know why Liam Cohen's yelling at Trevor Lawrence from the fucking sideline to hit him in the chest, like Trevor's not trying to hit him in the chest. They might be a dumpster fire. I'm really annoyed at them, but I'm probably going to keep betting on them because they're my fucking poison. Joel, if you want to hit the Bengals side of this, go ahead.
I'll put one more thing on the Jags. Did you see Trevor wave off Cohen?
That's what I was just talking about.
Yeah. I mean, that was ridiculous. And he was just like, piss off.
Dude.
I couldn't believe they went for that 4th down either. You gotta kick that field goal.
He was talking, it's always go, like, blaming on analytics. I don't know. I'd rather be up 3 in that situation, personally. I would go for it there.
I was shocked when they went for it. Thought for sure they would.
If you're up 6, you're telling the other team they know they have to get a touchdown. If you're up 3, they might play for the fucking field goal and play for the tie. I don't know. I think it was either or. I don't think that was it. I can see both.
I mean,
Bengals, Joel?
Yeah, the line's awful still. It's atrocious, obviously. I mean, Burrow got hurt. I think the biggest problem, too, at the beginning was we're playing the entire game from shotgun. Why? You put in Jake Browning, they start doing play action, and he actually had some time to throw the ball. He had some space. And then the other thing I have to say, too, is our defense, last 2 weeks, have definitely kept us in the game when we didn't deserve to be in it. Even though the plays that our defense made were not good plays, they were just bad QB play on the other team, is the only reason why I think we got the last 2 wins. But other than
has not been good, opportunistic.
Yeah. Other than that, Fant looks great. Higgins looks great. I mean, Jamar's Jamar. Brown could be a little bit better, I think, but
Yeah.
But
Chase Brown stuff.
Yeah.
He's got a little bit of Swift in him where he just can't see the hole sometimes. I don't know.
He's a straight line guy. He's all about his speed. When he gets the straight line, he bursts through that hole. But he's not a Le'Veon Bell kind of pick his way through guy.
Yeah.
The Bengals squeak out a big win for them to keep the season somewhat alive. It is frustrating as a fan, but I don't blame it on Taylor. I don't blame it on the offensive line. They all share it plus Burrow on the whole offense situation. The reason the line didn't just magically get better mid-game when Browning came in. It's because they run an actual offense that Taylor apparently knows how to draw up when Browning is in. He obviously coaches Browning on it a lot. It's why they paid him. That's why they keep him.
Is it similar to the Aaron Rodgers, Matt LaFleur situation?
It could be. I don't think that either. I mean, LaFleur might be and Taylor might be close as coaches. I think.
I'm just saying, like, the quarterback doesn't want motion, doesn't want to turn his back to the line of scrimmage because he wants to be reading the defense all the time.
Yeah.
That limits your opportunity to do things that will confuse the defense, like motion and play action and things like that.
Yeah, it's obvious that
And he
Burrow,
wants a bunch of receivers out in the route rather than pass protection as well.
Yep, it's obvious that Burrow wants to run that, and it's obvious that it was obvious after his second injury that we needed to change it, and we didn't, and we're back to square one. I don't want to keep talking about the Bengals because it just makes me sad.
Yeah. Last thing I'll say about it, too, is I think Browning is very capable of keeping us into the season if Burrow's injury is optimistic at a little less than 3 months.
He threw 3 interceptions in that game.
They were bad, but I mean it was his first game. He hasn't played in 2 years. I mean, I think we'll be all right.
I think there's a chance. Best case you can split with the games without Burrow. That's probably best case.
I was hoping for Jameis. I wanted Jameis so bad.
I don't think anyone in the NFL. I don't know if any teams are that good. I mean, I don't know. I haven't been that impressed.
We have to play the Packers.
The Packers
Michael Parsons is going to destroy us. We're going to have no chance against the Packers.
Defense has got to keep coming up with turnovers. That's the only way to keep these games because they can't stop anybody.
When did Burrow have his wrist injury that he was gone week 12 through 17? Was that last year or the year before?
2 years.
2 years ago. Little fun stat I saw on Twitter for all my stat carers, I guess. Jake Browning in those weeks 12 to 17 led the league in a average QBR. So he was playing statistically the best football. But I'm with Luke. I don't think you guys are as well. Like, if your defense can somewhat hold it together, I think the offense is still going to put up points. I think you'll be fine.
I agree.
We'll just have to see. I think you can still get to 10 wins barely. I mean, not easily, but 10 wins is not out of the question. You can still make the playoffs. You can still compete. I mean, this team's not dead for sure.
If Burrow can come back with 3 games left, if you're sitting at 8 wins, you got a shot. But you got to be Browning's got to get you 6 wins.
I think we beat the Vikings.
I think it's possible. I would like another game against the Browns.
Browning played pretty well. Browning played pretty well for like 3 or 4 weeks, and then I'm looking at it right now because I remember towards the end of the year he really fell off. 3 interceptions in a loss at Pittsburgh, under 200 yards in a loss at Kansas City, and a little bit of a bounce back in a Week 18 win against Cleveland. But he had 2 really bad games after a hot start once we played Pittsburgh and Kansas City, the ones that mattered.
Yeah, it's tough. I mean, Pittsburgh's defense obviously was really good back then, and then Arrowhead's tough for any QB. But yeah, like I said, it's still optimistic for you guys at least.
I'm not out yet.
Also, turf toe is worse than it sounds.
Way worse.
He's not a pussy. That ligament goes all the way into your foot.
Also, it's just
he's not a pussy.
He has the worst luck.
I'm a 2 in 2 leagues.
He has the worst luck, dude. He's like, the injury prone thing is honestly tiring because he's had 4 different fucking things happen. Like, it's not like he just has bad knees or a bad wrist. Like, he's just had a different thing every time. The wrist thing nobody else has ever had. It's just, I don't know what to keep talking about. We can move on. We got to talk about a couple more games. Broncos Colts. Anybody want to go here hot on this one? This is the fun one.
I'll touch base on it, Brandon, then I'll throw it over to you. I just once again, and Luke made a good point. We talked about this when we went thrifting yesterday. Just give myself a pat on the back. Week 1, I told everybody this Colts team was not going to be a bad team. The roster, people see Daniel Jones and all they can see is New York Giants. New York Giants are a team of losers and just a overall bad losing team. That's what they do from top to bottom. And really, I don't think he had 316 yards in this game, Daniel Jones did, against a very stout Broncos D that we thought at the beginning of the year was going to be probably the best defense in the league, which I still think they are. You're going to have these games. But as long as Jonathan Taylor, granted, he had 165 on the ground, he did have 168-yard rush. But as long as he is setting the tone and allow Daniel Jones to get to guys like Tyler Warren, who's going to be an incredible tight end in this league for years to come, I believe, Josh Downs, Michael Pittman, Alec Pierce. I just think this Indianapolis Colts team is for real. And Luke made a good point saying last year we saw the Saints start off 2-0, and then we saw the dumpster fire they turned into. Granted, I think this team on paper is a little bit better, and I think they're in, I guess, a similar division. But I just don't see a lot of aggression happening. He only got sacked one time. The line's holding up well, like I said, against a very good Broncos front seven. And yeah, I just shout out Colts, and we'll continue to try and keep betting on them and find value. But Brandon,
Shout out Shane Steichen.
Yeah. Whatever.
Let me tell you why your under didn't hit, Hunter. Pat Surtain rolled his ankle, and after that, they were going at him with like Pittman and Adonai Mitchell. And I'm looking at it right here. Corner stats are so terrible, by the way. I hate any corner stats because you go watch the video, like what happened. But his corner grade was bad. Let's just say that, and he was targeted 9 times, which does not happen. And you combine that with the fact that Dre Greenlaw has not played yet, which they vacated a linebacker spot to bring him in. And is Hufanga hurt too? I don't remember. They are missing guys on their defense. And Surtain came back in the game, so I'm assuming he's going to be fine this week. Obviously, that's a big win for them. But, I mean, for him to be targeted 9 times, and for them, I think 7 receptions against him and 9 targets, that's not going to be repeatable. But I did have Colts plus the points and money line in my parlay. And I will tell you that I'm very happy that they won. I thought they would win this game. I'm backing off the Colts. It's a wait and see now. They've had their hot start. Now, but if I don't know who they play this week, but if it's anybody tough,
it's the Titans.
Count me out.
They play the Titans.
Division game, count me out. Yeah,
that's why I was teasing the Titans.
If the culture if we still think the Colts are good in week 8, then I'll be back on board. But I have a feeling that they're going to take a big step back at some point. Everybody points out the Saints last year.
Yeah, that was my one. Sam Shelsky, if you hear that, I'm sorry. I don't want to be the guy.
I think the Colts are better than the Saints were last year.
Oh, yeah, 100%.
And I do think they have a chance to win this division.
Steichen with Anthony Richardson not as a starter, which means these 2 games with Daniel Jones and Gardner Minshew was 1 game out of the playoffs, and now 2-0, being the best offense of all time. Apparently, they've scored on every drive that they've had.
Yeah, here we go. So they play the Titans next week, and then week 4 they're at the Rams. So we'll figure out then.
I think Anthony Richardson is done being a Colt. Leave it at that. If we've gotten this much success with them without Anthony Richardson, that's go ahead and pack his bags.
I think he's not being an NFL player probably pretty soon.
He's gonna be a tight end.
All right, Cowboys Giants.
Yeah, that's the last big one.
God, neighbors.
I don't even know what else to say about this game other than the Giants they just invent ways to lose. Russ kind of balled out. Dark got in there. Hunter, your boy, got in there. He lit it up for a few passes. Cowboys defense is really bad. Cowboys might just be the over team of the year this year. It's just going to be every time.
What did I say about their corners last week? And Connor was laughing at me.
Diggs got fucking cooked all day long. All day long.
If you guys love your player props overs so much, love to take your receivers overs, look at who's playing the Cowboys every week. That's where you're going to win.
Blaine and Diggs, they both want to get those picks. They get burnt all the time. Yeah, I don't really have much else. I mean, Russell Wilson at 450. Anybody got anything cool? You just want to talk about the onslaught that was that game, or anybody got any more reactions?
Javonte Williams is awesome. This is what I have waited for 4 years now, drafting him every single year to be disappointed. And the year that I don't prioritize drafting him, because I thought a man by the name of Jaden Blue was going to maybe run this offense. Javonte Williams is here to stay, and he looks great. Cutting, trucking, holding onto the ball. He looks awesome.
You got to get your research up, Hunter. You got to know that Jaden Blue is an off the field issue. He's got personality issues.
Yeah, he got sat week 1. I'm not saying that, but that didn't get released until after we drafted.
I heard it. I heard it on podcast.
I gotta tune in. Yeah, shout out Cam Scatterbo too.
Yeah.
Guy loves football.
He doesn't love his health.
All right, we want to wrap up here. Let's do like one quick little sentence on the other games left. Give us a quick thought on Bears Lions.
Ben Johnson overrated. Dan Campbell's son. Jared Goff still fucks. Jahmyr Gibbs is awesome.
I like that. Did anyone watch anything from the Ravens, Browns, or 49ers Saints and want to have a statement on it?
Didn't watch.
I have one from Browns, Ravens, Lamar again. This is why you don't get your fake fucking MVPs, Lamar. You fucking fourth quarter stat padding piece of shit. You're up fucking 25 points in the fourth quarter on the pathetic ass Browns, and you're still out there slinging the ball. Fucking get out. Sorry. Rattler and the Rat Pack put up a fight against the 49ers as well. Mac Jones looked good. Joel, give me something on Bryce Young and the Panthers. You got anything on Bryce Young and the Panthers, Joel?
Did not watch that game, but I do like Tedero McMillan. That man
Yeah,
is
it's gonna
a
take
G.
anyway.
Ted McMillan had some great passes that were completed out of bounds, and Bryce Young remembered how to play quarterback when he was down 20 and then forgot once the game was actually in hand.
I think it's hilarious in the Cardinals game that everybody hyped Marvin Harrison Jr. putting on 15 pounds of muscle, thinking he was the next Megatron, and he is awful.
Bad drop on the sideline.
Their offensive coordinator sucks. Kyler can't throw over the middle. Don't discredit that boy.
How about them Steelers?
Oh, I forgot about that.
Yeah, how about them
Christ.
Steelers?
That was a
Connor,
great game.
Yeah.
Caleb
I wish,
Johnson.
I wish Connor and Corey were here. Yeah, the only thing I can take away is Caleb Johnson not knowing the new kickoff rules and letting that shit bounce over his head.
Like Tomlin said, he will not be doing kickoffs anymore.
How about the running back split for Seattle? 13 for 105 for Ken Walker, and Charbonnet
11
had
for
more
10.
carries. Charbonnet had 15 carries for 10 yards.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't really know what the fuck they're doing over there with that, but
Which takes
Seattle-
you right into Tampa Bay and Houston, where Bucky Irving and Rashad White have just switched roles last year completely. Rashad White is now way more efficient on way less touches and is the only one scoring touchdowns.
yeah, Texans. I'm not out on the Texans. They might be the team that cost me a lot of money this year. I think that team's good. I think they need to figure out some fucking red zone offense. If you tagged along on those Stroud over 1.5 passing touchdowns, you were fucking electric after that first drive. It was terrible.
Texans are still the best under team in the league. You should never touch an over or a player prop over or anything in a Texans game.
Shout out Baker Mayfield.
Probably true.
Finding ways to win. Cold as ice. Final drive. Has to go out there and score a touchdown. Does indeed.
That was impressive stuff.
And then shout out Emeka Ibuka doing what he does. We cashed his over on week 1. We faded him this week, but the target share is still there, getting 7 targets. But something to monitor. He is dealing with hip and groin injuries and did not participate in practice. So keep an eye out for that.
Falcons Vikings. Brandon, you got any words on JJ McCarthy? No.
Yeah, actually I do. He's not hurt. He's not fucking hurt.
Yeah.
I love this take. I love this take.
He finished the game.
Quiet benching.
He's so bad.
They lost Aaron Jones to Vikings offense might be taking a little bit of a dip, but also Bengals are playing Vikings this week. I wish JJ was out there over Wentz.
Yeah, what's Jordan Mason's rushing number? It's gonna be in the 70s probably.
Yeah, we'll have to figure it out. I saw a quote from KOC today. They said we couldn't be more comfortable with him as a workhorse.
They're gonna give him 25 carries.
Yeah. Falcons defense, I think, is good, and their offense is also good because Bijan is really good. They still need to get some things clicking with the receivers, but Bijan was incredible. He was tearing them up.
Bijan is the best running back in the league.
Yeah.
He's so fun to
Easily.
watch.
Last one, Raiders Chargers. I wish Connor was in here because he was actually at the game. Black Hole showing out with our good friend Jacob Witt. The Raiders, Chip Kelly, you're a fucking scumbag. You draft Ashton Jinsey 6 overall to just watch Zamir White run the 2-minute drill. I hate the fucking Raiders. I'm out on the Raiders. I'm never betting them again. Fuck them. That's all I gotta say.
You know who I'm never...
Gino really sucked.
Yeah, he was bad.
I think I might bet Amari Hampton's under every single time the rest of the year.
Really inefficient runner for right
Yeah,
Yeah.
the Chargers, it's an interesting situation on offense where clearly they want to run the ball and they cannot do it, and they have a superstar quarterback, and it's like, are we going to try to establish the run again this week? It's not working. We're going to start 30 times again.
It's so awesome that Keenan Allen's just back and just he should have never
Did you
done
see
that 1 year.
his shoulders?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Scar tissue or
Oh
something
my
like
God.
he I lost all my money in my account. I won all that money on the Eagles, then lost it on the fucking Texans, and then we made it back that night on fucking shout out Keenan Allen, first touchdown scorer. Huge for me. Huge for the weekend.
You gotta tweet that out next time.
I gotta hit it next time. I didn't want to be I gotta see a few go in the hoop. We gotta get rolling, and then I'll start throwing out some real shots on Twitter.
Okay, I got one more take to sign us off on. I had to go move my car for parking reasons during this game, and I caught about 15 minutes of it on ESPN radio. And let me tell you, it was great. I love listening to games on the radio. Give it a shot if you haven't done it in a while. It's enlightening. It's a new way to appreciate the NFL.
There's gonna be one of our listeners that has ever listened to a game.
And it's going to be Dan
ever in the car
Profit.
when the Bengals are on, I
It's
can't
your
sign.
dad.
It's Dan Profit.
I've listened to Bengals games back in the day in the car.
The Bengals color guy on the radio is famous. I can't think of his name, but I like him a lot.
Lance McAllister.
Yeah, he's been doing it for my whole life.
All right, that's the recap for this week. We're about to hit it back with rundown for week 3 NFL. We're gonna bring Connor in here, bust him out back to back for everybody. Any other words on this one, boys?
Nope, we will be better.
We'll be better.
Gotta take some
We
priority,
will
gotta
be
take some
better.
accountability.
Stay with us.
I need $1 bad.